And here we are diving in Palm Beach. It's an interesting way to dive. We drift dive here in Palm Beach, Florida. And we have about 15 divers on the boat. Let me see if I can pronounce this right. Purta Vida Dive Operation, which is a wonderful operation, by the way, here in Palm Beach. This guy, I believe, has a rebreather. I'm not sure. Here's a barrel sponge. Very cool. Very nice. You want to be very careful around them. They can break very easily. Here's a very colorful fish here, close up. I don't know the name of this guy. And some beautiful sea fans, purple sea fans. You can see them all over the place. They're great. I got a few of them here. Let's see. Oh, here's our friend the ray. He's about 5 feet across, maybe more. With his tail, maybe 8. Try to keep up with him. He's got a little speed on me, so I can't quite keep up with him, but I did get close enough to get a nice shot, as you can see. Really cool. And nobody thinks there's diving in Palm Beach. I got news for you. There's a lot of diving. A lot of dive boats. Here's some more fishies. Again, the name escapes me, but got pretty close to them and you can see some nice shots of them. This is the head diver holding a hook, and you want to stay close by to this head diver as you cruise along your route with a number of other divers. This day we had 15 aboard. And when you do your surface interview, you want to you want to have be near that buoy on the surface. And you do a 3-minute stop, and then you surface and head to the boat. This is really nice. You can see a lot of the fishies there. Big school of fish. It's about 50, 60 feet down, and they all hang out. It's very pretty school. It's pretty cool to hang out with these guys. They go pretty fast, so you don't want to make too much noise or anything to hang out with them, so that you can get this great picture in front of you. Really nice. You're like in the middle of them. It's great. always nice to have a school of fish in front of you so you can get the depth of the dive and see how they are all over the coral reef. It's about 40-60 feet, somewhere there. It's really cool. And I like it. I like being with the fish. We're going to get some close-up shots here of this little guy. Small, soft coral, pink. Colors are great, and the sea fan, of course. Sometimes you get little critters that hang out on these sea fans. It's very pretty. And the color gray, purplish, very nice. Well, there we go. There's the hook again. I'm staying close because if I have to surface, I'll surface near the buoy and then the boat can come pick me up. And here, shark, reef shark. They don't stay around much, you know. They get tired of humans being around, I'm sure. On we go, onward. And the current, you know, the current can be quite rough. So you want to try and stick close to this buoy hook. I've named him Charlie the Eel, but Charlie doesn't want any air, doesn't need it. Very funny. He's about a 6-foot green moray eel, diving in Palm Beach, saying hello to our animal friends. Here the hook is getting secured to the reef because we're going to visit with a special friend, Jasper. This is a big grouper, I believe, and he is very large. I would say 4 foot. And he's very friendly. You don't want to touch him because you'll mess up his physiology. Jasper is a very, very friendly animal. It's so nice to visit with him on the Palm Beach dive. Hi, Jasper. You can see this little fish on Jasper hanging out for crumbs and food. Stays right with him. Interesting little guy that hangs around Jasper. I had one on my leg once. I needed to get him off. Didn't suck on you, but he was around close. And that's why they hang out there, to get some food scraps. Well, you can see I'm on my safety stop. It's 2 minutes and counting, and 1:59 as we head to the surface after our safety stop. Very important to do after a 30-minute, 40-minute dive. I'm on nitrox, by the way, 34%. Divers below, a lot of bubbles coming up as I finish my safety stop and head for the surface and the boat pickup. Here we are at the Blue Heron Bridge. Interesting dive shot. A lot of people go there, very crowded. You can see little guys like this, very colorful little guys on the Blue Heron Bridge in Palm Beach. Various corals. It's about a 10-15 foot dive. You know, it's very shallow and it's very cool. See this little guy, how colorful he is. And a little ray here on the bottom, about like 10 foot deep, and he's hanging out there, and very nice to see him. He might be like 10 inches long, little guy. Here's one of the little guys who hang out on the sea fans. His skin is actually wrapped around his shell. Interesting. Here's Charlie again, hanging out. I'm saying hi to him. These guys aren't ready to bite like that. They're breathing as they open their mouth, by the way. Diving in Palm Beach. Hi, Charlie. Get some close-ups here of this soft coral, very nice purple, as you can see. Bunch of divers. Always good to stick with the divers, not lose them. Very important. Now, here is a nurse shark, getting very close, saying hi. They're not really that bad of a shark. They're not a biter type critter. But it can happen, you know, any shark. You got to be cautious. It's good to see him so close. And here up close are what we call Christmas trees. Watch as they go in. They're very sensitive. They're about an inch big. Nice color. Whoop. The bottoms here is relatively flat and then it goes down to the sand. 96 feet. I like that. Very briefly with your computer. Gotta have a computer so you know where you are, what you are, what nitrox figure you are, all that. Very important. This is the main hook, but every diver has to have his own flag to deploy in case he gets separated from the group, and can deploy his own flag so the boat can see him and the flag. Kind of important, required equipment on the dive. There you go, another reef shark for you. Going out of frame here. There he is. As I say, they don't like to hang around people. I don't know why, but the nurse shark was kind of friendly though. There's a long shot of the dive flag. And here, nice surprise, the wrecks. Haven't been to the wrecks in a while in Palm Beach. Nice to visit them again. 60 to 70 feet. The current is cranking, as you can see. A lot of fish, a lot of animal life. They sink these wrecks purposely for coral to grow in them, and then the fish can hang out. And nice, nice reef the boat makes. And if you go back behind all the structure, you lose the current, which is great. You want to wear gloves around these railings in various parts of the wreck because you can get stung very easily. And divers can go inside, which is cool. You want to be a little more experienced for this, doing this, going into the wreck. Here we're going to give you a close-up of some of the critters that this hard coral here that lives on the wrecks. Usually this is where they hang out. I haven't seen them otherwise. I see them on the wrecks. We'll pop a light here and just take a look, see what we've got. There's another different critter that has little tails hanging out there in the current. Probably to get food or something, I would think. All right, Jasper again. How about that? I think it's Jasper. Acts like Jasper. Must be him. Hi, Jasper. Here we go. We're really. I'm hanging on to the current here. Wow, it's really. It can get really rough. Hi there. A lot of sand below us here as we leave the wrecks. A lot of divers. Going inside the wrecks I'm doing here is rather interesting. A lot of critters, different light shades. It's really quite cool to do. Again, you know, you're not encumbered by the current because the wreck blocks it. The divers can hang out and not be swarmed out by the current. And here's another boat on the surface, not ours, hanging onto the wreck there. Line. I hope he can undo it. Hanging on the current there. Grab hold of it. Secure myself a little bit. I notice a lot of scuba pro fins on this group of people. Cool. Great colors too. I'm wearing orange fins. There's some beautiful light green fins somebody had. And here we are back on the boat. Heading in to the dock. A lot of people, as you can see, you know. We're going to pass Blue Heron Bridge here. You see the dive flag there and the hook. And my regulators in water. Fresh water. Hi. Blue Heron Bridge coming up. Gonna go through it. There's a dive flag. See the surface buoy? That's what it looks like. I got stuck here once. I went right across the canal here to the left at night. And we got back. Grace of God. Oh, bad. You can't go in between that fence and the beams. It's a very interesting little area there on the Blue Heron Bridge. A lot of high rises, lots of them. Yikes. But a nice day of diving. As you can see, we've just passed the Blue Heron Bridge and headed back to the dock to unload our gear and wash the gear off. A lot of work. Okay, we'll see you next time on David Nidal Presents